This bat transformed into a vampire. He slowly walked toward the baby crib. He was Dracula, the king of darkness. Once fierce and menacing, he had now become a full-time dad. He would use magic to change his daughter's diapers and sing to make her happy. Seeing his daughter learn to fly, he would be as delighted as a fool. He doted on his daughter in every way. Yet he would not allow her to leave the house. Prevent his daughter from contacting humans. He deliberately built the castle deep in the forest and filled the surroundings with traps. Not only were there ghosts patrolling, there were also various zombies launching surprise attacks, ensuring no living creature within 100 meters. He did this because his wife had been killed by humans. He deeply hated humans, believing they were the most terrifying creatures in the world. This was also why he wouldn't let his daughter go outside. Under Dracula's care for 100 years, Bauer grew into a graceful young woman, and the castle became a monster hotel. Every year on Bauer's birthday, the monsters would gather together. There was the old friend Mummy, the werewolf dad with hundreds of children, the adorably ugly Frankenstein, countless invisible men, and a big green snot monster. The atmosphere was incredibly lively. Taking this opportunity, Dracula once again educated everyone about how terrifying humans were.
Fatter so as to overpower us. And they are wearing less clothing, allowing more movement to strangle us.
Hearing how scary humans were, the Dark Companions were all stunned. Dracula then went to his daughter's room, wanting her to go downstairs to join the party. Bauer was completely uninterested in these things. She wanted to see the outside world, yet feared her father would refuse again, so she pretended to be pitiful. What Bauer didn't expect was that this time Dracula readily agreed. Bauer happily hugged her father, then leaped down and flew toward the human village. As soon as his daughter left, Dracula sneakily followed her. When Bauer arrived at the town full of anticipation, she discovered there wasn't a single person there. It was eerily quiet. Just then, a group of people acting strangely, holding pitchforks, approached her with ill intent. Bauer was terrified. No matter what she said, these people wanted to burn her alive. Looking at the humans before her, Bauer immediately transformed into a bat and fled. Seeing this scene, Dracula smiled with satisfaction. It had all been his deception. The villagers were zombies in disguise, and even the entire village was temporarily constructed. Returning home, Bauer finally believed her father's words. Humans really were that terrifying. Just as Dracula was getting carried away with pride, an accident happened. A human named Jonathan suddenly burst into the monster hotel, thinking there was a costume party going on. Looking at the human before him, Dracula was stunned. If the monsters discovered there was a human here, it would be terrible. He prepared to escort Jonathan out, yet as soon as they stepped outside, another group of guests arrived. With no choice, he disguised Jonathan as a monster, planning to find an opportunity to send him away later. Jonathan was quite mischievous and reached out to touch the female skeleton, resulting in getting slapped. Seeing his girlfriend being harassed, the skeleton man punched Jonathan, flying with one blow. Only now did Jonathan understand that these monsters before him were actually real. Seeing the terrifying monsters before him, Jonathan was scared out of his wits. He frantically tried to escape, yet accidentally bumped into Bauer. Fate works in mysterious ways. The two fell in love at first sight.